do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any great videos. Hello, welcome to another episode of For the Record. My name is Don. So today's album I want to talk about, Tom Petty, Wildflowers, and all the rest. This is the 3 LP box set. Well, it's not a box set, it's a trifold. There's a 5 LP box set and a 9 LP box set. Both of those box sets come with a big, huge booklet that shows all the information about Wildflowers and Tom Petty. This is his second studio album. This was released November 1st, 1994. It was produced by Rick Rubin and it was certified 3 times platinum in the United States by the recording industry. So, this is the original way Tom Petty wanted the album. As you can see, it says on the hype sticker there's 25 tracks. That's how Tom Petty originally wanted the album. Excuse me. But Lenny of Warner Records suggested that it was too long. Petty's family and bandmates arranged a 2020 release of the box set and a super deluxe edition box set, which included 5 discs. Well, you can get 5 CDs or you can get 9 LPs of the version of the Wildflowers tracks. This album had 4 singles. It was released from between 1994 and 1995. Of those singles, it was You Don't Know How It Feels, which reached number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topped the American rock tracks charts for 1 week. It was followed by You Wreck Me, reached number 13. It Feels Good to Be King in a Higher Place, which reached numbers 2, 6, and 12. This was released October, I believe, 16th of 2020. I've seen bootlegs of this album on RollingRex.com. There's been a million bootlegs out on eBay and stuff like that. They've been going for like $50 or more. I've seen the original album, which supposedly was just digital, put onto record. This was actually taken from the original analog tapes, which is sounds a whole lot better. They actually did this like 2 or 3 times from what I heard. When they first mastered it, they said that it sounded really, really good. They sent out test pressings, people listened to it, and then they sent out another set of test pressings from what I heard, saying that they got it done better. So I want to show you the actual album itself. Like I showed you before, I got the hype sticker on the bag. I always try to take those off if I can to get those on there. And then as you can see, Tom Petty, then you open it up, Wildflowers. And then there's more images from the album, Tom Petty, and then all the rest. So the first 2 discs are the Wildflowers, the one that was released in 1994, and then all the rest is the last disc. If you look on the back, the last disc has 5 tracks on each side. So when you take the album out, the album came in these paper things, inner sleeves. You know, it has the song names right here on each card, it looks like, and then it's got the song lyrics on the back. So on this one, and they're all pretty much the same, they all say side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As you can see, Tom Petty and Tom Petty, which is really nice. This does sound amazing. I hear a lot about all analog tapes, or I should say masters, mixes. You know, a lot of people talk about that, what sounds good, what sounds the best. To me, I would personally rather own this copy that I have than the original. I know the original goes for a lot of money, but this one sounds really amazing. I've never heard the original. I used to have the CD back in the day, which it was rumored that the CD was just taken and putting on LP, like they didn't care back then because people weren't buying LPs like they are today. So, I mean, that's kind of disappointing because I got some albums on LP that are from the 90s that sound really, really good. And one thing I didn't understand about this is all the bootlegs that are online and stuff, they're like $50 or more. Why were people paying for this when this was rumored at like the beginning of this year, or even maybe at the end of last year, that they were going to have a re-release of this album, and then they sitting there and they're buying those ones when this one was cheaper and a lot better. Like, I would personally rather pay what I paid for this than pay for one of those bootlegs that's doesn't even come with half the stuff that this comes with. It doesn't come with the rest of the tracks. I think I paid $35 plus shipping for this, I believe it was. I think I paid like $41 and some change all together for this. And I pre-ordered this once I found out about this. It absolutely sounds amazing. I definitely recommend this album. Me and my cousin used to listen to this album through and through. Like, we were really big Tom Petty fans back in the day. We listened to Tom Petty and Heartbreakers all the time. Last Dance with Mary Jane. I can't really name a whole lot of songs because I can't remember a lot. It was such a long time ago. It feels like a lifetime ago from when I was a kid listening to music. But I do remember me and him always loved this album, and anytime we would hang out by like NES or Super Nintendo, we would listen to Tom Petty, and we also listened to stuff like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, and it's just stuff like his parents owned every single Tom Petty CD. They had this big CD disc changer, and they had every Tom Petty album. They had like every Aerosmith album. They had so many good albums. I mean, it's just stuff that we grew up listening to. So this is one album that I really hold close to my heart and has a lot of sentimental value. And rest in peace, Tom Petty. He was an amazing artist. I fucking love Tom Petty. He was like the coolest guy when I was growing up. I fucking listened to all his music. Such an amazing artist, and I feel like if you never listened to Tom Petty, go on Spotify or YouTube and go check out this album if you've never heard it. It's definitely a great album. It's not something that you would think that I listen to because I listen to like a lot of hard rock and metal and rap and stuff like that. This is just like, you know, hard rock. This is regular rock music. It's not like Headbangers Ball. This is more like you know, just Tom Petty sings a lot on this album, and this is just such an amazing album, and the warmness that you can feel from this album that comes out of those speakers. I mean, it's such high resolution audio, like it sounds so amazing through my speakers. I mean, I listened to this a couple different times, and I listened to it last night, and to be perfectly honest, like, I lay down on my couch, I put on this album. Each time I got up to like flip, you know, the disc or put on the other one, and it just so amazing. Like, you can feel the music coming through to you, and it's just so amazing, and you can hear every sound perfect, and it's just the way they mastered this is so amazing, and I just highly recommend this album. Everybody talks about analog albums that appear analog. This is one of them. They just released this not too long ago. I suggest you go pick up a copy. Even if you pick up the 3 LP copy, I think this is the one that most people are going to go get, unless you're like a super huge Tom Petty fan. Like, I love Tom Petty, don't get me wrong, but I don't have the money to go spend $200 on a 9-disc LP box set. I wish I did. It would be cool, and I think I would like it, but I also feel like that it's just too much, you know what I'm saying? Because there's like live concert tracks, there's another alternative version of it, and just so much extra stuff that's like, I don't need that. I just want the album the way Tom Petty intended for me to hear it, which this has got, the pure analog tapes, they used to make this album, and they just did an amazing job. Rick Rubin helped produce this album, and him and Mike Campbell, and they did an amazing job on the mastering of this, and it's amazing. And it has 5 previously unreleased tracks, because I guess some of the tracks that weren't released before did get leaked online. So I just want to say that this is a really great album. I give this a 10 out of a 10 easily. This is an amazing album. You can hear every guitar solo, every bass line, every drum snare in it. When you listen to it, it's just absolutely amazing, and you will not be disappointed. It's definitely worth the money for this. I mean, I was super stoked when I got this, and how cheap it was. I was super ecstatic. Normally something like this would be like $50 just straight up. No, this was like $35 for 3 discs. Hell yeah, I'll pay that any day. And especially for an amazing artist like this. And I have an original copy. Not an original, but I mean an official. That's what I mean, an official copy. Because there's a lot of bootlegs, like I said, going around. And honestly, this album is just purely amazing. I can't say it enough. But on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope all you guys have a great day. Enjoy. Stay safe. Stay away from anybody that you think is sick. Don't get yourself sick. Don't put you or your family through that. And yeah, just take it easy. Keep spinning vinyl. Alright? Peace.